Hello, are you ready for day 8 of our 12 days of Christmas? This puts us 2/3 of the way through. It's hard to believe. So this series, if you haven't been watching it, I'm trying to share with you products that are going to be retiring out of our, I call it the holiday mini catalog. So this mini catalog, this is going away January 4th, I believe is the last day you can order. Yes. Some things have already sold out that are retiring. So if there is something that you want, I wouldn't delay. I would go ahead and get it ordered right away. I'm also trying to share with you every day ideas that are great gifts for crafters. So if you have a stamper that you would like to buy a gift for, or if you would like to give a list of things to a friend or a family member to buy stamping supplies for you, I'm just giving you some ideas. So today is one of my favorite things, and it's actually, I'm going to show you two things, but one of my favorite things is this Wink of Stella. This is like glitter on a brush. It is, I wish the camera would pick it up. It just, oh, there you can kind of see it. See on those lights up here? See how glittery that is? That came out of here, and it's not messy. It doesn't come off on your fingers. It is magic. I love it. It's one of my favorite things. But in keeping with talking about markers or brushes or something, we also have Stampin' Write markers in all of our colors. And that's how we're going to get multicolored on the stamp right here. So these come in sets for each color family. So like the brights, there's a set, regals, all of that. So I have them all, so I was able to pull them out and use them, but they're great for something like this. So let's get started. Let me find my piece of paper. Again, we are using photopolymer. This was one of our, I forget which day it was. It was day 5, I think it was. Yeah, day 5. I showed you the Stampin' Pierce mat, and I think I've used it almost every day since then. So let's do our stamping. Let's do our outline. We will use Memento Black for this one, for the outline. And since it's a little bit bigger, I like to just ink it up upside down. So this will just be the outline of our word. So we'll put it towards the bottom, hopefully straight. There we go. Now let's do our inside of our letters next. Because the reds you have to be a little bit more careful with. They can smear. You can see I smeared that one a little bit. So I don't want to do it and then try and do this. So let's do this next. This is where we're going to use our markers. So I just did it one color at a time. You might be able to color them all at the same time, but I prefer doing it at one color at a time. So this is Garden Green. I'm using the thick end, the kind of brush end, and you just use the side of it. So I did the J and the first L. So just color those. And then when you get ready to stamp it, you huff on it. So you just kind of put some hot air on it. And then that just kind of, oh, I can see I missed part of the L there. One moment. I can see I missed it here at the bottom. When I put it on top of that white, you could tell it was not colored well enough there. All right, huff on it again. That just re-moistens the ink. Again, a challenge to do this on camera. There we go. Now you do want to be sure you clean it. So let me bring my chamois over. Your chamois will get very discolored like this, but it will take all of the ink off. Another tool everyone must have, that or the Stampin' Scrub, one of the two. So this is Pool Party. So for this one, I'm doing the O, and you won't be able to see this. It's a lighter color, so it'll be harder for you to see. And the Y. when we put it over the white paper, we'll be able to see if we got it all. Whoops. Again, huff. Put that there. And I love how it has different designs too. Clean it with our chamois. And then Daffodil Delight, and that's just our second L. Huff on it. And there, isn't that fun? So now you have this multicolored stamp. Now you cannot do that with blends. So we also have alcohol. We used those on, which day did we use those? On day 3 for the Mistletoe Magic. We have blends. You cannot do that with these. They will just stay on your stamps. They won't come off on the paper. So only the Stamp-A-Rite markers will work with this technique. All right, now we can do our yeah, we'll do this next. So this is Real Red. We'll put our sentiment. And I love in this stamp set, they have a little phrase that goes with each of the big words. So this is, 'tis the season to be jolly. Try not to smear this one. I probably did it last time when I was stamping my lights. So let's not stamp the lights quite yet. And I'll show you something I wanted to tell you about the other day. So this paper is from the Sweetest Christmas. It's the candy cane paper set. And you remember when I was talking about DSP the other day, how some of them you can die cut. How Stampin' Up! Has done a great job of giving you images that you can die cut. This is one of those examples. So with this candy cane dies and this designer series paper, you can cut out, and there's the one that goes the other way. So they have a candy cane going each direction, and your dies will cut them out. So that is fabulous. Another great feature of the designer series paper that Stampin' Up! Puts out. But the paper I used the day I was talking about designer series paper didn't have that, didn't have dies that would cut it out. So I wanted to show you with that what I was talking about. All right, but that's where this paper came from. And that's where my colors came from. So this is Poppy Parade, Garden Green, Pool Party. And then I added the Daffodil Delight because I just wanted some yellow in there with the lights. Now this, I actually pretty much copied, but I changed it up just a little bit from this in the catalog. So this is the page in the catalog. It has lots of other fun little pieces you could use. You could put a little Santa hat on the corner of your word or something. It would be really cute. But see, it has 'tis the season to be jolly, jingle all the way, believe in the magic. So really a fun set. And it's retiring. So on this one, I wanted just this real shallow, oh, we have to stamp the background, I forgot. This real shallow banner end. So I will use my good Stampin' Snips for this. And normally I would just do, you know, when it says narrow one, I just eyeball it. But this I know is exactly 4 inches. So I did come and just measure where 2 inches was. So this is just a trick for cutting a banner. Now, when you're doing a big one like this, it you know, it might be a little bit trickier. But you just cut in the middle and then cut from each corner. So I'm just trying to make sure I'm in the corner and just cut to that middle cut. And then you have a nice banner cut, and that's a real shallow one, which is what I wanted for this card. But before we go any further, we need to stamp our background. So again, let's get, where's my outline jelly? There it is. We need to clean it off. My chamois is hiding, there it is. underneath everything because we stamped it with memento, and now we're going to stamp with Pool Party. And let's put our scratch paper over this again because we're going to go off the edge. Actually, I think it works better this way when I was doing it. So we have our Pool Party. And you might not have even noticed this. A lot of it is covered up, but there is Jolly in the background. And they had done that on the card in the catalog too. And I did it all the way up, even though you don't see most of it. And you can see I'm making sure it's not directly lined up every time, you know, vertically. I don't want it to always be the same. And this part really doesn't matter because it's not going to be showing. So just an extra little bit of interest in the background. All right, let's do our lights now. So put that away and bring this piece back. Whoa. As I throw the memento on the floor. So we will use memento again for the lights, the outline of the lights. And there, I can't tell if I'm centering them very well. I'll just go up there. And then there is a really small little stamp that I used for all the lights. So let's see what colors I used. I used Pool Party for the first one. And it's bigger than the actual light, but that's okay. It kind of makes them look like they're glowing. To me, anyway. That's my theory. So I do have to clean this off each time since I'm using different colors. Then I did Daffodil Delight. I did that one. And the last one. And then that real red. So fun. And that one. And your photopolymer stamps will get discolored like that, but it doesn't hurt anything. They still stamp just fine. You know, they'll get kind of pink if you use them in red a lot, but that color does not transfer when you're stamping with them. And then Garden Green. There we go. Oh, such pretty lights. All right. We will start putting this together, and then I'll add the Wink of Stella at the very end. So this will just be layered on. Did I use? Yeah, I think I used it there. I was trying to remember where I put dimensionals. So this is flat on this. It just has a little bit peeking above and below. Trying to make it even. There we go. This I put on with dimensionals. Oop, there's one. Oops, didn't get that one. There we go. And You just want a little bit at the top. And then you want to see that nice banner at the bottom. And this whole thing goes on with Stampin' Seal. It just has a little border on the side. Oh, we should have stamped that up a little bit higher, shouldn't we? That's okay. And now, my favorite part. Wink of Stella. When you first get this, if you get one of these, it will have a black ring around it. You have to unscrew it, take that black ring off, and then screw it back on, and then it'll be ready to go. So just remember that if you get one, take that black ring off first. So it's kind of hard to see, but there's glitter in here. And so I'm just painting each of my, I'm going to do my yellows first, just in case some of that color transfers. I wish you could see how sparkly it's. This is showing up a little bit more than it does, but it just makes those lights sparkle. All right, that is it for today. Your gift that I'm suggesting is Wink of Stella, or you can also add markers. Like I said, these just come in sets by the color families. You cannot buy them individually. But this Wink of Stella it's like magic. To me, it's like magic. I love it. All right, that is it for today. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow for day 9. Bye.